On today's Hiwatt Soundbite, we're sharing new music from one of our own. Oh man, am I ever excited about today's session. Totally inspired by yesterday's mail. I know this is hard to believe, but I got involved in this business before the internet, if you can imagine. And this is exactly how we used to share music globally. I mean, it was not unusual in my business to receive 3 or 4 CDs a month from all over the world. In some cases, those CDs would be pre-produced demos. In other cases, complete and commercially released albums. You know, this is such a rarity today that whenever I go to the post box, I look in and I see a CD mailer, oh yeah, I get really excited. And it might just be the nostalgia factor, but I swear, music always sounds a little bit more interesting to me when it comes in the mail. So for today's session, let's check out some new music. I have no idea what's in here. This is from T.Crew in Tampa, Florida, and it's addressed to Ken Hiwatt Marshall. So let's have a listen. Hey Ken, I've been following your music and production for a long time. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen to my first EP. All production, mixing, etc. is done by me, amateur in brackets. Been learning a lot from your YouTube channel. Thanks again, Tyler, man is beast. Thank you very much, Tyler. I mean, to receive a note like this from anyone in the world today is sort of magical. I really appreciate it. So let's check out some brand new music from Tyler and Man is Beast. How awesome, we got a 4-song EP. Nice artwork on the CD, Tyler. Let's go load this thing up in the super drive and have a listen. That was In No Mind. Let's check out Elegy.
Everything that human beings that don't understand, it's all their fears, it's what they're not sure of. Satan to me would be God.
Bath will be a cleansing and a purification of the planet that has been dirty and degraded for too long.
Yeah, I like that track, Elegy. Nice job on the stereo image, Tyler. That thing's huge. Next track, let's check it out. A nice one, Tyler. I love that straight hi-hat just cutting right through the mix. Let's check out your track Blood Ritual, last track on the EP. Yeah, nice job, Tyler, in putting your first EP together. I promise you, I could go dig out some of my earlier recordings and some of my first mixes. It would just be scary to listen to. You're miles ahead of where I was at when I first got started in this business, my friend, and there's some really cool things going on here. You know, we've shared new music on the channel in the past, and I made it clear that, when I listen to new music, I'm not trying to find what's wrong with that music when I'm listening to it. Every time when I put up new music, I gravitate to what it is that I like about that music. The first thing that strikes me is you got a really good stereo image. Things are really wide in your mix, and I've always been a big fan of this. Even the cymbals inside that drum kit feels like there's a bunch of mono samples going on, but that you've really specifically placed them in the stereo image. It really works well in the playback, no question. And Tyler, I love that you've covered a song on the CD. I'm not familiar with the track you've covered, but this is a win-win almost every time. When a new band is coming out and trying to introduce new music to a brand new audience, there can be something incredibly powerful about covering someone's song, particularly if you do a really cool job of it. If the true fans of some song and band that you covered find your cover and they love it, it's very likely that they're going to dig further and they're going to find your original music. I love how you've dropped all these tape voices in your tracks. I'm a big fan of tape voices, and the way that you've got them EQ'd and affected in the mix, really, really effective. Nothing like dropping some tape voice in a mix. Yeah, Tyler, great job at producing your very first EP, my friend. And I love your transparency and willingness to just throw it out there. You're a self-proclaimed amateur and here's my first EP. That is awesome. You know why? Because I know for a fact every single release that you do from this day forward is just going to get better and better sounding. This is the nature of what we all get up to. Nothing will make up for experience at production. So every single release that you do is like a huge step forward in that production process. Well, thank you very much for sitting in on today's session. And a special thanks to Tyler of Man is Beast for sharing some new music with us. So I encourage you to be like Tyler and just get going. Don't make the mistake of waiting until you've got all your production chops together before you start releasing tracks. Just be willing to put it out there and watch what happens.
Satan to me would be God. I believe that hate is necessary in a controlled way just as much as love is necessary.